Vive le français et bonjour les amis, j'espère que vous allez bien. So today I want to tell you about le contrat de travail. Le contrat de travail, what does it mean? It's the working contract. The working contract. It's a bit complicated. You need to know the contract. The working contract is the contract that you sign when you start a job in some company. You have different type of working contract. The one that everyone wants is called CDI. 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 CDI is the long-term contrat durée indéterminée, which means once you get this working contract, you will be there for life. Okay, you get this job. Your employer is never going to fire you. You will always get this job. Okay, and if your employers decide to fire you, they will have to pay you some indemnity. They will have to pay you compensation. They say, "Hey, I don't need you anymore." Okay, how much money do I get? You know, you get rid of me, fine. Do I get 5,000 euro, 10,000 euro? How much money? And if you have been staying in the company and working for the company for many years, for several years, you will get more. If the employers get rid of you, you will get more money, more compensation, higher compensation. So there's the CDI. Then there is another contract which is CDD, contrat durée déterminée. CDD is a short-term contract, so you sign it and you will be working here for 1 year. And after 1 year, the employer will tell you, okay, thank you, goodbye. Or he could tell you, oh, you did a good job. We would like to offer you another CDD. We would like to offer you another year. Do you want to re-sign another contract with us? And usually the employer, many employers, many companies, they will offer you a CDD 1 time, then 2 times, then maybe 3 times. And after 3 times, then they will offer you CDI, you know. So that's what happens. You can never find a CDI like this. It's very hard to find CDI. Everybody wants to get CDI because CDI means you will be stable. You will be there and you will be working in this company and you have less stress, you have less pressure, you know. Okay, I have my job. I'm not going to lose my job. And even if I lose my job, even if I get fired, I will get some compensation money. So that's okay, you know. And after I will get the unemployment benefits, social benefit from the government. So that's okay. But if you have the CDD is also not bad because you get paid a little bit higher than CDI. But you know at the end of, after 1 year, you have to find something else. So that's the problem with CDD. And now what's happening a lot these days, you have now most jobs that are under interim. Interim is some kind of agency, work agency, so private agency, so you can see everywhere in the street in France or over the internet, you can Google it, agence d'intérim. Agence d'intérim is an agency, they will recruit you and then they will pay you and they will send you to do some work here and there, you know. So they will recruit you and then they will say, okay, we have a mission for you, you have to work there for 1 week. We have a mission for you, you have to work there for 2 months. We have a mission for you. You can work here for 1 day, you know. We have a mission. They will send you to some mission to do some work here and here and here. If the agency trusts you, they will offer you first the mission that's not very good, and then it will get better and better and better and better. They will always offer you more, you know. So that's the best way to find a job in France. As the students, the young people, they are never able to find CDI. Sometimes they can find a CDD, but most of the time what they have to do is to go through the interim. They go to these agencies and they say, okay, I want to work. And the agency say, okay, I will send you there to do this job for 1 week. Then if you do a good job, the agency will say, okay, you did a good job, huh? He was satisfied. My client, my customer was satisfied. So I'm going to send you now for a mission to do this for 3 weeks. Okay, thank you. And then you go there for 3 weeks. Or my customer, my client was happy. Huh? You can now go there for 6 months, you know. And then after the customer, oh, my customer is happy. He wants to offer you a CDD. Oh, okay, thank you. And then you will get the CDD. And after you get the CDD, and after you get the CDI. Okay, so that's how it works. There is one last category that is called CNE, which is Contrat Nouvelle Embauche. This one is the same as the CDI, but the big difference is that there is le période d'essai over 2 years. What is période d'essai? Période d'essai is the trial period. So when you have the CDI, for I think 3 months you will be working, and it's called trial period, période d'essai. you are on trial. If the recruiter, the employer, decide to say, no, I want to stop the contract, you are not doing a good job, I'm not happy, or for any reason, they can say anything they want. They don't need to give any reason. They don't need to give any reason. They can say you, oh, okay, no, thank you, I don't need you, bye bye. Then they can get rid of you like this. C'est période d'essai. And contrat de nouvelle embauche, it means you are working for 2 years for a company. And during these 2 years, the company can just get rid of you like this. You don't get any compensation, you don't get anything. So it's very difficult. In fact, the situation is not easy. It's not easy because on one side, you have the company. The companies, they don't recruit people anymore. They will only recruit people over CDD, or they will over 1 year, or they will only recruit the young people over maybe on interim, And on the other side, if they recruit you, maybe, and you are not working anymore, the company always wants to make money, always want to make more money. So you have someone, he gets CDI, then he's not working very hard. No matter what happens, I have my job, I don't care. Okay, do you want to fire me? Oh, you cannot. Oh, if you want to fire me, you have to pay me a lot of money. You have to pay me compensation money. Okay, this is what happens. So, and the company also, they say, okay, the company always want to make money. This guy is too old. Because he's old, he's starting to work very slowly. I'm not making so much money on him. So I would rather recruit someone who is younger, but I cannot do it. It's very complex. It's very complicated. Now, what's happening a lot in France? You have many people who are under CDI. The only way to fire someone who has a CDI, the only way to fire him is you have 2 ways. One way is you go and see him and say, hey, we want you to go out of the company. How much money do you want? And then you negotiate. And then you will say, the 2 of us, okay, we agree. I quit my job, you will pay me 10,000. Or I quit my job, you will pay me 20,000. Okay, that's the first way. And then the other way is, I am the employee and I make some big mistake, very big mistake. We say faute grave. And you should commit at least 3 fautes graves. 3 fautes graves, I think in 3 months. 3 fautes graves. So for instance, faute grave is I don't come to work. I don't call, I don't give any explanation. I don't come to work. There is a customer, and I just, I don't care, and I hung up to the customer, or I lose the customer, and it's my mistake, okay? Faute grave. So what some employers, they want to get rid of you, what they can do is they can pretend you did the 3 mistakes. So they will say, hey, you are late 5 minutes, and then they will tell you faute grave, then they will send you the letter. And then they can say, hey, you didn't keep this customer, you didn't manage to say well, faute grave. Then they will pretend like this. And if you disagree with it, you can say, no, I disagree with it. But then what can happen? You will go in front of the judge. You will go in front of the court. If you go in front of the court, it will take you many years. The company, sometimes, quite often, is the very big company. So it's like you are very small. You are just one man and you face a very big company. They have many lawyers. And then if you go in front of the court, then after you are looking for a job, everybody will know this guy has been in front of the court against his former employers. So I'm not going to recruit him because he's someone who creates trouble. He's trouble. I don't want to recruit him. He has been to the judge. He has been to the court, And maybe you go in front of the court, it can last for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You're not even sure you're going to win. And even you win, maybe at some point the company will say, okay, yeah, how much do you want? We stop this. Because they know it's bad advertisement for them, but it could take 4 years, 5 years, I have a friend to which it happens. She took, I think, 5 years. After 5 years, she got 40,000 euro, 5 years, But for 5 years, it was very hard for her. She was always stressed out. It was very hard. Okay. And yes, another thing that they can do is they want to get rid of you, the company, they could put a lot of pressure on you, and that's what many companies they do. Like you have a CDI, they cannot fire you, they don't want to pay you, so they will always be they will push the pressure on you until you quit. So they will be like, so, how about your job? Are you doing good? And they will every day, so you'll be stressed out, and at some point what they hope is that you will quit the job. So they will break you. Nobody is going to talk to you, they will never give you anything, they will try to break you. So there are many, you know, it's complicated. It's very complicated. Also, there is a big debate in France going on. Some people, they say it's better in the USA because in the USA everything is so much easier. You always have the job available. You always have the job. Maybe these are not the good job, but you can find a job in one day. Yeah, and you can lose your job in one day. But everybody is easy. In France, traditionally, you will stay in the company for 10 years. You will get the CDI, and that was how it was in France before. And it's difficult to find job because there is not a big turnover. There is no turnover, you know, no turnover. But in the USA, it's not like this. You find a job, you lose your job, you find another job. In France, you keep your job, you are very stable, you stay in the company for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you know. It's not at all the same. Okay. Bon, je vous laisse. À bientôt les amis. Au revoir.